Hello, my name's Tom Palmer and I'm a children's author, and I'm the author of the Rugby Academy series of books. During the Rugby World Cup, I'm going to be writing a series, a story in how many episodes? 23 episodes, which is going to be published online on the RFU's website and also my website. And it's going to be an episodic story written every night. It's going to be an adventure story around the Rugby World Cup, but it's going to include events that happen on the field and off the field as the tournament evolves. It's going to be made available to schools, where schools will be able to read it every morning, or families will be able to read it as a bedtime story. This is chapter 1. It's called the Twickenham Trials. I'm going to read chapter 1, and then you're going to be able to read the rest of the chapters yourself during the Rugby World Cup. This episode comes out on the 17th of September, so the next episode will be on Friday the 18th of September, which is the day the first match occurs, England versus Fiji. This is chapter 1. Twickenham Stadium, Thursday the 17th of September. Woody and Rory smiled gleefully when they saw it. The glittering gold trophy, Rugby World Cup trophy tour, inscribed on its blue banner background. 3 uniforms stood guarding it. "I don't know why you're smiling," a taller boy behind them said, nudging Woody playfully with his shoulder. The third boy was Owen. He, Woody and Rory were best mates and teammates. Looking smart but scruffy in their uniforms, they were representing their school team at Twickenham Stadium one day before the Rugby World Cup kicked off, invited at the last minute to join a room full of men and women chinking wine glasses and eating posh food off silver trays. "What are you rabbiting on about?" Woody stared at Owen. "You, smiling. You don't really think England are going to win it, do you?" Owen asked. "I do actually," Woody snapped. "Me too," Rory nodded. But Woody and Rory knew exactly what Owen was getting at. Wales. Owen was convinced Wales would win it. Owen was Welsh, and for him this was their year. With Warren Gatland as coach, they couldn't fail, he thought. As the 3 boys exchanged jibes, none of them had any idea they were about to be pitched into the strangest and most dangerous 5 weeks of their lives, nor that it would all be caused by the girl who had walked calmly towards them, approaching from behind. "Hi," she said loudly, cutting their banter dead. The 3 boys turned round to look to see who had interrupted them. She was taller than Rory and Woody, but the same height as Owen. Her corkscrew hair framed a deep brown complexion. "Hi," Rory said back, but Owen and Woody just stared at her. "I'm Rose," the girl said, "and I need you to do something for me." Before I go on with the rest of this chapter, I should explain that we are here today at Ellen Road, home of Leeds United Football Club. And Ellen Road is one of the 13 venues for the Rugby World Cup. And I'm going to be coming here to watch Canada versus Italy towards the end of September. Back to the story. None of the boys responded to Rose. This situation felt more than unusual. The posh room, the trophy, and now this girl. "I need you to watch the trophy," Rose carried on. Why?" Woody asked. Rose lowered her voice. "Well, it's about to be stolen," she said. "What?" Owen asked. "From here? With all the security? No chance." The girl stepped back. Rory noticed she seemed to adjust a small object in her left ear, hidden by her hair, before she merged with the other party guests and disappeared from sight. "Crazy," Woody laughed. Owen scratched his head. "Yeah, crazy," he echoed. Rory smiled. Rose was definitely crazy, but he liked her. Then a microphone was turned on and the room began to fall silent. "Speeches," Owen said, watching the blue banner behind the trophy shudder. "Yawn," Woody mouthed. Rory was still looking for Rose among the other people there, but he couldn't spot her. And then, suddenly, darkness. Voices, a scream, the noise of shuffling feet, then light again, no more than 5 seconds later. Owen and Woody looked at each other, then at Rory, whose face looked crestfallen. "What's up?" Woody asked. "It's gone," Rory gasped. "What's gone?" "The cup." All 3 boys joined the suited wine drinkers as they stood at the empty stand where the World Cup trophy had been moments before. It had gone, but how? As everyone stared in silence, Rory noticed the black cables taped to the floor behind the trophy stand flex, then relax. Then a loud voice came over the speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, due to a technical problem, we are evacuating the building. Please allow us to search each of you as we evacuate. The more calmly we do this, the sooner we can get away. Please do as you are asked to do by the security personnel. For security reasons, we need you not to speak, tweet or write about this situation until it is resolved." But the three boys were not listening to the announcement. They were scanning the room looking for Rose. What did she know that they didn't? "Where did she go?" Woody asked. "No idea," Owen said, "but we have to find her." Rory spotted her first, sitting at a table on her own with her back to the panicking party guests, staring back at the boys, smiling again. The three boys moved swiftly across the room. "Why is she still here?" Owen asked as they walked. "If she took the trophy, maybe she didn't take it," Rory suggested. Woody grumbled as he stopped in front of Rose, who looked up at them. "Where is it?" Woody snapped. "It's been taken," Rose replied. "I told you." "By you?" Owen jumped in. "No," Rose laughed. "Don't be stupid, not by me. By who then?" "That doesn't matter," Rose leaned forward. "What matters is that you have to find it, all three of you, together." Rose stared at the trio of boys in such a way that they all went quiet, almost like they were being hypnotised. "Why us?" Owen asked. "Because the reason you are here is to sort this out," Rose went on, urgent now. "Are there any other young people here? No. And if you don't do something, and if you don't work as a team, then it's gone forever. Only you can find it, no one else. And well, it's going to be rather embarrassing if you don't, isn't it?" Owen stared at his two friends. "This is crazy," he said. "Let's tell the security people. Come on, turn her in." "We'd sound mad." Rory shook his head. "They might even think we've got something to do with it." "So what do we do?" Woody asked. "Go and search for it?" All the time the three boys were aware that Rose was studying them. As a group, they turned their back on her so they could talk without feeling her gaze. "I saw something," Rory said. "The cables behind the trophy after it had gone." "What?" "They moved, like someone was pulling on them, just after the lights came back on." "Is that all we have?" Owen asked. "It's not enough. Let's turn her in," Woody insisted. "We're schoolboys, not detectives." "We can't," Rory said, pointing at the empty chair where Rose had been sitting. The mysterious girl had vanished again. "Now what?" Owen asked. Owen and Rory looked to Woody. He was the decisive one. Woody paused, breathed in deeply, then out. "We go after it," he said. "We find the trophy, then we find the girl. Come on." And that's the end of chapter 1 of the Twickenham Trials. Chapter 2 is out on the 18th of September, or tomorrow if you're seeing this on the 17th, and the story will develop for the next 23, I think I got that right, weekdays. So it'll be published on the RFU's website and my website, tompalmer.co.uk, where you'll be able to download the story and read it in class every morning, or read it in the evening as a family. I'll be writing the story up till about 11 o'clock each night, the night before the morning that it's published. Thank you very much for listening to the first chapter, and I hope you enjoy the Twickenham Trials as it unravels, and also I hope you enjoy the Rugby World Cup. And goodbye from Ellen Road, Leeds.